the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Right at center, like Sanders will not be the only one, I don't think.
I think it's weird that it's taken this long for that to happen, but who cares?
Yeah.
In the age of the portal, like you've been, even last year's offense that is so maligned. I mean, they were 15th in total offense in the nation, 12th in scoring offense, number one rushing offense in the SEC. Like, you don't do that without a really good offensive line. So I think the production has been fine there. The recruiting has been strange, but I'm beginning to think that maybe the recruiting doesn't really matter because of the transfer portal. You just go find guys like a Wendell Moy or Sam Pendleton and plug them in and just keep on rolling.
No, I'm right there with you. Final thing, and I'll get you out of here, Russell. Is Tim Banks now firmly a top 10 DC in your mind? Because he gets courted by Clemson and Miami this offseason. I just feel like fans have got to respect Tim Banks. That's why offseason mission is just like, you want to do that Billy Madison thing where you shake the kid. You're like, stay here for as long as you can. I want to be like, it could be so much worse than Tim Banks. You could have hired, who did Lincoln Riley stick with too long? Alex Grinch, where he put himself in a terrible spot at USC because he took Alex Grinch, who was kind of fading at Oklahoma. He wasn't doing great. It's like Dan Mullen's obsession with Todd Grantham, where you're like, Grantham's just not a great DC. And you're like, Dan Mullen, you're one of the best offensive play callers in the sport. Just hire a better DC. Like, you're really good at that side of the ball. Just hire better. And Heupel hired Tim Banks, and Tim Banks is hired below him extremely well. Like, Tim Banks is a top 10 DC. Enjoy it. Like, I understand he's not perfect, and it can be frustrating sometimes where they don't get a sack and get Carson back on the ground once in the Georgia game where he drops back 40 times. You don't get home once, and you want to blitz more. I understand there are caveats here. Tim Banks is an elite defensive coordinator. It drives me nuts. I'm like, Tim Banks has been the biggest reason you've won 19 games the last 2 years.
I would agree. It's time to put some respect on his name. The one thing I always say on our show is nobody in college football, or probably the NFL for that matter, likes their defensive coordinator. It's just an inherently thankless position. And unless you're Nick Saban or, like Kirby Smart, probably the defensive coordinator is just not a popular guy because, like you said, the rules are shifted towards the offense, and there's scoring in college football, and everybody gives up scores. So if you are finishing around the top 10 or in the top 10 in total defense, just be thankful for what you got. And that's what I was a Tim Banks skeptic. I was like, a guy didn't have much experience or anything. Nobody really knew much about him, and he didn't exactly set the world on fire those first 2 years. Do you just attribute that to the tempo on offense and all that stuff? Yeah, there's some other things that go into it, but what he did last year was fantastic, and I fully expect him to do that again this season. So, yeah, I'm with you. It's time to put some respect on Tim Banks' name, and some respect on Josh Heupel for hiring him and not just knee-jerk. Oh, my God.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas Podcast. Hell yeah.